Chuck, we partying? So we're partying. So
Rocking and rolling and
good
whatnot.
afternoon, Catherine Ann.
Well, good afternoon, and I think we need to edit the title. This
You
isn't a
weren't in
replay.
trouble. You
This
weren't in
is-
trouble, by the way.
This is. Oh well, Catherine Ann. I usually think I'm grounded.
Oh, check that out.
Who is that? Me?
That's me. My phone. I
Somebody's getting
turned
the
it.
phone.
I
Well,
turned-
there you go.
I turned it off. Oh, you know what it's doing?
I don't
This-
know, but that's
remember-
obnoxious
well-
over the headset.
Well, first of all, welcome to JP, Kathy, and the crew. Good
afternoon. Mwah.
So, if you're wondering what you just heard, that is us again. Remember, we're testing everything out.
Yes.
You're getting the behind-the-scenes look at what's going on with JP, Kathy, and the crew. We're not actually official yet. We will be official on August the 3rd. That'll be our first true broadcast date.
Yes, but if we are still
But-
trying to get work our way through it and we make mistakes, then please forgive us. That's just us.
Oh, no, there will be no mistakes.
Oh,
Kathy.
well, I don't know. Hey,
There will be no mistakes.
I was going to say I don't know about that.
Hey, thank you for liking my butt,
with
by the way.
with us, there's always what?
You said you liked my butt.
No,
thought you said
no.
that.
I was in mid sentence. Doggone it, I was in mid sentence.
I thought I
Hey,
heard that.
laugh tracks.
No,
we're,
those are
we're
people in
70s.
studio.
We're 70s
No,
sitcom.
We have people in studio laughing.
We do.
Don't give that away. Look, Doug's laughing. Corley's laughing. Chuck is laughing.
Okay. Well, good
In fact,
afternoon
we
to
just
the
got
crew.
Corley's tongue. I swear he looked like he was the Rolling Stones with Mick Jagger.
Well, good afternoon to the crew. We're super excited. You've
Are
chosen
we?
to spend time with us again. Yes.
oh, it's 'cause you like
because
my
we've
butt.
time.
That's why I'm
no, we've
excited.
we've changed times. We are coming to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from noon to 1. Started
to
our
1.
own production gig, and
Well, we have our own production company.
Yes. So we will have other shows that we are working on and producing, and this is a super exciting
Well,
time to be a part of the crew.
And thank you for those reaching out.
Yes,
who
already.
Who want to do shows.
Yeah, we're really excited.
Super excited. So they're saying no show today. And then Dr. Good says, no, it's on. So we're
You have to
on.
go to JP Kathy and the crew on Facebook. We'll be on
Or John Edward
40 or
Payton.
John Edward Payton. We'll be on 40 different platforms once we're
It's
up
already-
and running.
No,
or
it's already out there.
even on YouTube.
Well, no, YouTube, yes.
Oh.
We're on YouTube.
Okay.
So we're already on YouTube.
Yes,
In fact,
we're
we
on
need you to go and subscribe.
Yes.
to
Yes.
our
Yes.
YouTube
Yes. Yes.
page.
Yes.
JP Kathy and the Crew. You can also find the link on John Edward Payton and JP Kathy and the Crew. We're at 44 subscribers now. So last night when I put the call out at 10:30.
47, I think.
Oh, we're at 47 now. So I put the
think.
call out to the crew at 10:30 at night, and you responded. We jumped to 45 or 47, I guess, on YouTube. We need 100. So I need you to go on there and pop on and get us 100. I know you can do it because last night I invited all 5,000 people on my Facebook page to like JP Kathy and the Crew, and we got 75 instantly.
There
and
you
we're
go.
another, I think we're now up 100 on JP Kathy and the Crew
Well, good
as well.
times. Well, and we're just so excited to be broadcasting live from Venture X out here in Frisco, Texas. This
Oh, yeah.
facility is phenomenal.
Oh.
So JP and I, we did our first show here, and we had Garrett, who was helping produce the show as well, and then Chance Post, who, if you are interested in business space here, he'll be the man for you to contact. Set up a time to come out while we're while we're out here broadcasting and take a tour of the facility today. Okay, JP, you've got to get your coffee cup up. So today,
My
cheers.
Scotch cup? Cheers.
No, it's not Scotch. It's
not Scotch.
Yours is like real fancy though. We got to use the coffee maker here, which is so fancy that we needed help from the receptionist and from Charles all at the same time.
All at the same time.
All at the same time. So
And there'll be pictures. We're gonna highlight something new every day.
well, and this is like
from Venture X.
fantastic coffee. I got to do a light roast because guess what? I get heartburn once you hit 40 and 50. Heartburn starts getting worse. So a light roast. So this is lovely, and like you could make it a cappuccino and espresso and all kinds of fanciness.
By the
and
way-
this is all available to you if you become a partner out here at Venture X.
There it is. There it is. The fancy coffee
there it
pot.
is.
There it is. This is a fancy coffee pot.
Oh, very fancy.
Now, I'm going to tell you. I got to tell on Kathy.
Which thing?
Well, there's a lot of things.
Well, because I was going to say I had trouble with this door today
Well,
too.
But also, look at the graphic. Coffee is forever.
Yes, it was like a little
How cute is
little
that?
coffee bean on
Yeah.
the lady's hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and coffee
forever.
is forever.
Yeah. Hey,
You
Chuck,
taught me that when we got into
Oh,
radio at 6 a.m. in
yeah,
the morning.
I learned that at 6 a.m. We need to take replay off, Chuck, because it's not a 724 replay.
Oh yes, I'll have to do
That's
that.
on the
Oh, off
title.
the title.
I'll fix that on the title.
Charles will write himself up.
He will. Hey, Barbara, thank you for joining us today. Michael, good morning or good afternoon, actually.
Yeah, we have to get
And then,
used
of
to
course,
telling
Dr.
people. We have to get used to saying to the crew, "Good afternoon."
Yeah.
We're so used to good morning. Can we just say howdy?
Howdy.
Especially since there's no howdy, folks. Especially since there's no State Fair of Texas
Now,
this
when
year.
it gets ready to start, though, remember, you've got me. Howdy, folks.
Oh,
Welcome
yes.
to the State Fair of
JP
Texas.
has promised, because I was so upset over the State Fair of Texas not being available to us this
Right,
year, just
right.
devastated. And so JP said once the fair season starts that he will do an
I'll do Big
impersonation.
Tex. Yeah, because I was going to
Big
try.
Tex.
I was going to try out for it.
Yeah, because the gentleman whose voice was the
He
talent,
passed away.
he passed away last
Yeah,
year,
he sure
so may
did.
he rest in peace. And also on a personal note, and I know a number of members of the crew were friends with this gentleman as well, Justice David Bridges, who was on the Fifth Court of Appeals in the Dallas area overseeing 5 counties, was killed by a drunk driver Saturday night. Wrong way, drunk driver. This was this person's second or third offense. I believe, I think second. I'm not sure, but what a tragic loss.
Yeah.
Justice David Bridges was a godly man, a gracious man, a phenomenal judge, just good as gold, had a heart of gold, and we are just absolutely asking the crew to pray for his wife and for his family and friends and all of us who loved him so dearly. So may you rest in peace, sir, and just heartbreaking news over the weekend. So
Absolutely.
may you rest in peace.
And he was a good friend of mine.
Yeah, just dear man.
So,
yeah. Well,
I
heck, we've known
enjoyed
him 25 years.
Oh gosh. yes.
25 years.
Oh,
So
gosh, yes.
just
So, if you're just now catching up with us, welcome to JP, Kathy, and the crew from 12 to 1, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We will also be playing a recap of this on Tuesday morning from Monday. So, if you want to catch us at 7 a.m., you can catch us at 7 a.m. And then Wednesday, we'll be playing a show on Wednesday morning. We'll be playing a recap Tuesday afternoon. And then as the shows move forward, so will the morning. And so you'll have us both in the morning and in the afternoon where you can catch us. And we'll be talking to you and chatting with you even though it'll be a replay in the mornings, we'll be online talking to you.
yep.
So
Get a chance to
if
say
you can't
hello.
catch us there, yeah.
Because we're still naturally waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning.
Right. Mary Rose, good to see you, and thank you for that. So what are we doing? We're setting up a new venture, right? So we have started JP, Kathy, and the Crew production company, where we're now created our own network, and you can do a show on our network. You can advertise on our network. All you gotta do is just contact us at JP, Kathy, and the Crew. Chuck, one more time. What is our email address? Our new email address?
JP, Kathy, and the crew 3.
The number 3.
At gmail.com.
And will you put that in the section of the conversation there, the text, the comments? And
Yes,
so
yes.
you can call in. And in fact, we'd love for someone to call in and test this for us. Call in at 469-964-8881.
That's your personal cell phone
That
number.
is.
So
That
ping
is.
JP if you're interested. We've already had somebody else reach out to us about a show this morning, about advertising, and about office space out here at Venture X. And again, we want to tell you this is a phenomenal facility. And to be part of the energy and the enthusiasm and the resilience and the spirit of entrepreneurship out here at Venture X, it just really pumps you up. We probably don't even need the coffee. We can just get pumped up by the good vibe.
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm pumped up 'cause I'm not getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning anymore.
Yeah,
That's what makes
so
me pumped up.
so on Fridays, some people were saying, "Oh my goodness, what were y'all drinking?" Because we were already high energy in the morning.
There we go. Look at that.
So now we're actually getting more sleep.
See how fancy it's on the screen now?
Look at that magic,
We're fancy.
science.
I can sing.
No,
It's
okay, I'll shut it
magic.
down. Nope.
No? Are you sure?
Shutting it down.
I can
Hey,
sing.
and we're really glad Coach Quigley, they survived Hurricane Hannah.
Yes.
So we were very glad. I know the crew was covering y'all up in prayers in that part of the state. So just wishing y'all continued prayers and health and well-being. They've been hit up too many times
Yep.
in the last few years
I
during
agree.
hurricane season. So we're praying that this is a better season for y'all.
I agree. All right. Hey, Tom Backel, and thank you for joining us this
Hey.
morning. And
Is he
Gail
going to
Meeks.
Is he going to do a barbecue show?
We could do barbecue, or he could do construction. He could do a little construction show.
Oh, there you go. Or a
So-
show about his big dogs.
So again, we're JP, Kathy, and the crew. We come to you live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 12 to 1 right here at the Venture X Studios in Frisco, Texas. And so I sent a question out today. On Mondays, we're going to do Battle of the Sexes. And so we want to hear from you.
I'm a little nervous as to how this is going to go down.
Well,
This will be fun.
You did say you liked my butt. And so we'll
No,
go with
I don't know where you got that from. I must have been in mid-sentence and saw a squirrel.
it. Well, you could have. I mean, or you just liked my butt. So,
okay.
anyways, hey, we're still looking for the Poison picture where you're half naked. That's all I'm
I
saying.
did not say I was appropriately dressed when I won the contest and
Somebody
got to dance on stage with
misappropriated
them.
your dress.
No,
Oh, okay. No, just
I'm going to sip my coffee. That way I don't get into trouble.
Good morning, Darlene Howell. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I said good morning, but this afternoon from 12 to 1. So this is our new venture, and we're starting our own network. We'd love to have you come on. Great advertising costs, great show costs. Already have a bunch of people that have reached out.
Especially if you get on early.
Well,
if you come on board early.
And there's a lot of advantages. Just without doing anything for real and just getting everything prepped and ready to go and getting started and doing all of this. Heck, we've already had 1,300 people view Friday's show. And so just think when we're actually doing this thing.
And that's not including
Showtime.
all of the other platforms that we're on
Right.
now.
Correct.
So,
Yeah, I don't even know what hit with there. So
Yeah, we're JP and I are learning our way through the podcast world. You know, we've been part of the radio world me for 5 years, you for goodness gracious, probably 10 years. You were on the radio before me, and then you made that grave mistake of saying, "Hey, want to come on the show for a couple of days?" And then I never left.
you never.
So
The sister you can't get rid of.
there you go. So so this is a new realm for us. A lot of people
It
are
is.
asking me questions over the weekend. I took quite a few calls for potential shows, and they're like, "Well, what about this? And what about switch
Gail,
this
absolutely.
and restream this?" And I'm like, "Can I call you back when Charles is with us?"
Hey, Gail, we'd love to have you up here, give you a tour of Venture
Yes.
X as well. You and Steve.
Yeah,
So-
Gail, y'all come on up here
Come
and come up while we're doing the show, and then we'll tour afterwards.
So what you're seeing, if you like what you're seeing so far, this is being done by Charles Gura. He is a consultant, and he's pulling this all together for us. And so you can catch him at pro-multis.com. Again, this is Charles Gura doing all of what you're seeing behind the scenes and what's coming out to you. And so you can hire him, have him come on out and help you out. He's helping us out. He's at info@promultis.com. And then, of course, we want to thank our friend Corley Randolph with Frameworks. He is helping us with
Corley, come get in the
with
shot.
PR and no,
Oh,
Corley's
come
busy.
on.
Oh, there it is, the Mick Jagger. We will have to have him sing a little Mick Jagger on this show when we get started, and the tongue coming out the whole 9 yards. So we will
I
do
think
that.
there's a whole. I think Corley's kind of like me. You see like
Hey, Misty.
you see the appropriate professional side,
Right.
but I think there's a little bit of a wild side somewhere in there.
Oh, it's already there. I
He's
saw
like,
it.
oh
Already
yeah,
saw it.
that's
Bam! He started-
That's what I'm
he's
talking
playing,
about.
yeah. So here's the deal. We're gonna have we're gonna actually do a show today. Don't worry. I'm gonna talk about baseball and kneeling. We're about to talk about the Battle of the Sexes as well.
And we're going to do a tribute for Regis
Regis Philbin.
Philbin.
Yeah, that's
Just an
right.
amazing individual.
And so here's the thing on the Battle of the Sexes. The question I posted, and I don't know that I can go back to. Let me see if I can go back to my Facebook page because I want to make sure I read this correctly to you. But in the meantime, can we just get somebody from the crew just to call in? And we want to test the system. My phone is actually Bluetoothed to the board. And so, again, this is how advanced the technology is at where we're at now. So we're very excited. If someone could call in so we can test. We want to test it.
Okay.
469-964-8881. Catherine Ann.
I'm calling in.
Oh, Kathy's going to call in. I want to
Oh, hey, actually, Doug, who
Oh,
also
Doug,
has
call
his
us
own
in.
production company, who we just met today, another member out here, team member at Venture X. Call
All right,
on
Chuck,
in.
we got a call. Do I accept it, Chuck, or do you accept it from the board? All right, so I accept it.
You
Now,
accept it.
do we have Doug? Are you there? Can we? I can't hear Doug. Chuck.
I just unmuted him.
Oh, you're unmuted, Doug. So can we hear Doug? Let's see if we can hear Doug. He's gonna step out so we don't have an echo. I can't hear him over my headset. I can't hear him. I can hear him outside, but I can't hear him over my headset.
Oh, wait.
Doug,
Talk
try
again?
again.
No? Shoot.
No. So again, you're getting to see the behind the scenes
Yes,
right
as we're
now.
building and testing.
Make your call go through the Bluetooth.
Oh, is my call? Am I not hooked up to the Bluetooth
Oh,
anymore?
you should be.
Let's look. But again, this is what you guys are getting to see, and we just wanted you to see. Now I'm connected. So how do I make it go through the Bluetooth? See, Chuck's gonna come show me after he takes his headset off and doesn't drag the whole board with him. See, this is
Charles,
Durham.
everybody. No, he's
No,
like,
no,
he's
he's out of
like,
the camera. Where are you, Charles? How are you a ghost? Oh, Charles is a Dracula.
there he
Homeboy's
is.
there he
There
is.
he
Okay.
is.
Oh, I like that, by the way.
Well, and he's got his mask around his neck. That's another cool thing. If anybody is concerned about coming into a workplace while COVID is going on, this facility, they have newly sanitized notes everywhere once they've come through and sanitized. Everything is clean as all get out. If people are not social distancing or not in if they're in a common area with other people, they're wearing masks. So this is a super safe place to come and be creative and still work and still be productive and get yourself out of the house.
Right.
You
so,
know?
Chuck, where are we at here? But it said I was connected to the Bluetooth. Doug is still on. All right. We're going to let Chuck figure that out with Doug.
We'll have Doug on in just a second.
Now, are we still live?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
we're
just
good.
I keep seeing Chuck come in out of our picture over here.
Well, because that's a little bit of a delay.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
In case we really jack something up.
Well, we don't need to tell anybody that. All right.
It's only like a 2-second delay, like on the radio show. Oh, don't even tell them that.
No, you know you
It's
like
as
my
live.
butt. I'm
It's
just
as
glad you
live.
like
It's
my
as
butt.
live as it can be. And I have no idea. I'm gonna have to go back and rewind and see what I was talking about because I'm like, how can you misconstrue that?
So there'll be a real show. We're going to play a little music for you here in just a second as well, once we figure the Bluetooth out. And we want you to vote on the music as well. On what music should we use?
What type of music?
Tell us what kind of intro do you want?
Yeah,
What
and
do you
outro
wanna
too.
hear?
'Cause
Yeah,
we can do intro and
intro.
outro. Yeah.
So this is a piece that we can play. You know, we want you to tell us what you think. Chime in on the comments
That's
section.
kind of fun.
I think it's fun. I like upbeat.
Yes.
So does the crowd. The crowd loves the upbeat.
Oh yes, the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, we sell tickets, by the way. For $50, you can come and sit in here and watch it.
Or no, you can get a cardboard cutout like the Rangers.
Like the Rangers.
That was I just
Chuck, we
caught
can't hear you.
I
Take
caught
your mask off,
I
Chuck.
caught a little bit of the game, and I wasn't a fan of the cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, no.
And the piped in
That's South
music.
Korea. Okay, so the phone must be
Or piped in
connected
claps,
now,
I should
'cause
say.
I'm hearing Kathy.
I'm hearing Kathy.
Oh, we got Doug.
Hold on a second. Okay,
I hear
not,
him.
That's not like when we had Deanna. So we got to figure out how to fix that.
I hear Doug.
I hear Doug.
You
I-
hear me in your headphones?
Now I hear Doug.
Awesome.
That's much better.
Good afternoon, Doug. How are you?
Yay.
And
You know what it was?
what was it?
It was a simple disconnect and reconnect the Bluetooth on your phone.
Oh, there you
Gotcha.
go.
Okay. Well-
High tech.
Well, while we've got you
Science
on the
and
phone,
magic.
hey Doug, tell everybody at JP, Kathy, and the crew what you do here at Venture X.
So I'm a member here at Venture X. I've been here since January, and then when COVID hit, I was approached to say, hey, could you turn this room into a podcast studio for us? And I said, well, I've got nothing better to do. So, I was up putting the studio together, and what you guys are doing right now is unbelievably fantastic. This is what we envisioned when we were putting this together. So I just want to say hats off to you for taking advantage of the room. And I'm a video producer, been doing it for about 27 years, and love helping people get their message out.
Very cool, Doug. Well, we can't thank you guys
Awesome.
enough here at Venture
We
X
feel
for
so
what you've done
welcome.
and the studio you've got
Yeah.
here. Fantastic job in putting that together.
Yeah, we love the studio. So bravo and hats off to you.
Well, you bet. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to hang up, so now we know it works, and now I want to listen to the show.
Then come on back in.
There you go.
I love it.
I'm all about the party. We got to get that replay off. Wonder how we get the replay off.
I can edit it.
Well, we
I
need to
think.
edit it now, though.
I think I can do that. All right. So what are we talking about now? Are we gonna?
Well, hold on a minute.
Are you going to
Hold
set
on a
up the
minute.
battle
No,
of the
I
sexes
can't
to
do
let
that.
everybody know what you're talking about?
Yes. So
Because
oh,
not everybody has
hey,
seen it.
Hey,
Possibly.
Courtney's joining us. I gotta say I
Well,
love you.
Good Courtney. I was going to say good morning.
I gotta
good
say I
afternoon.
love you.
Well, you
Once
do.
we
I guess I
finish
love
the
you.
show, we can change the title.
Oh, after we
Okay.
finish the show. Okay.
All
So
right.
Dr. Good, there
Thank
you
you,
go.
Charles.
All right. So I'm in the right show, right?
You are. You are. Okay, so tell us about the Battle of the Sexes.
Am I in the right
Yes,
show?
I see you. Yes,
Are you sure?
I do. I says John Edward Payton is watching with you. Talk about Battle
I'm
of
in
the
my blue shirt. I
Sexes.
just gotta look at my blue shirt, I guess.
Talk about Battle of the Sexes.
I am. I gotta get to the question though. Can
Which
you
question?
look up? Well, you give us the question.
Oh,
look
yes,
it up,
yes,
give us
yes.
the question, 'cause
Yep,
my
let me
phone
look
is-
it up.
My phone's over there.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, I'm going to
See,
look
again,
it up.
these are all the things as we put stuff together, and we're doing this on purpose. I mean, I'm actually doing this on purpose. I'm not
Okay, was it on your feed or on the show's feed? I think it was on the
both.
show's
Well, I
feed.
shared it, but it didn't. All it came out was the graph.
Let's see. Here is
Thank you, Doug.
our. Oh, here we go. Question. Well, nope.
Well, let me go. Let me see here.
No.
Let's go here. So again,
Go on your page.
You're seeing the behind the scenes. It's kind of fun. You can do
if you think that's fun.
right. So again, we're JP, Kathy, and the crew. We're coming to you Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 12 to 1. We are running our own network. We'll be running 12 hours of programming every day, and then we'll replay those 12 hours on the backside again. Commercials. We're going to do something a lot bigger. And Kathy, you can just tell me right here on the air if you are willing to do this or not. I say that if we have 8 minutes of commercial time during a 1 hour show, we give, you ready for this? We give 4 minutes,
Oh.
100% of that profit to the person who is running the show.
Oh, there you go.
What do you say?
We can do that.
And then we keep the 4 minutes for ourselves, the other 4 minutes for ourselves.
We can do that.
What do you say?
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that. So there
I'm
you
cool
go.
with that. Yeah.
So-
and get in now, because the shows that are coming on board now and the advertisers that are coming on now, you're getting a friends and family
family discount.
discount rate. 6 months from now, it won't be the same rate. But for those of us who are coming, that are part of the crew, that are building this with us, and that share our vision, we're getting in with a good price early on.
So here's the deal. Normally we're going to charge $500 for a month for a 1 hour show once a week. That's a bargain, by the way, because you're going to get Facebook Live feeds.
Right, and you can
And
also
then
put
I'll
your Facebook
just-
Live.
oh,
Like
if
we
you-
can
that's
switch
right.
this out. Like we've got the option to have multiple Facebook Live feeds going, so it doesn't have to be. Obviously, it will always be JP, Kathy, and the crew, because we always want the crew to be able to see the programming we're bringing to you. But then you can put your own personal page. You can put your own business page, however you want it.
Right. Hey, Deborah
Nonprofit.
Keys. Hey, Miss Keys, call back again. I want to see if I can answer your call.
Miss Keys, my
She tried to call,
honors
but she
English
went to
teacher.
voicemail. So I'm guessing Chuck saw her call and sent her to voicemail. So, Miss Keys, if you will call back in again, I'd like to see if we can answer your call. Okay. So, real quick, Battle of the Sexes. Everybody want to do Battle of the Sexes?
Yes.
So here's the question for today: who wants a deeper, meaningful relationship?
Okay.
A, women; B, men; or C, none of the above.
Okay. And has the crew chimed in on this?
We've had a few because I didn't get it up like I
Okay.
wanted to. Right.
Okay.
So Gail says, I think both men and women do if they are emotionally and mentally at that point in life.
I would agree with her 110%. Because I think. Well, I'll say what I think. You read the comments first.
Okay.
And then let's get some live comments.
So
too.
Lee D said, I would settle for just not batshit crazy.
Oh well, and oh God, can we say this?
Oh heck yeah,
word
absolutely.
on podcast
oh, yeah.
now.
Oh God, yes. Are you kidding? We can do all kinds of fun stuff. We can say penis now.
Oh my gosh, no, you cannot.
We can't.
Well, not in front of me.
That's a biological term.
But then you just can't pull it out of the air.
Here-
That's
do
what
I
she
answer?
said. Oh,
Do I
shut it
answer?
down.
All right, here we go. All right, this is JP, Kathy, and the crew. Who do we have the pleasure of talking with? I can't hear. Turn her up. We're turned
We're
up?
turned all the
Maybe
way
I'm
up.
not turned up. Maybe it's me. Say
Turn
again.
yourself?
Who is this? I can barely hear. Is this Miss Keys? Can't hear
I
her.
don't hear
Miss
her.
Keys, don't hang up. Stay on the line with me.
Working
Let's-
through the technical issues.
I've got my volume all the way up.
Do you have your little ringer thing on?
No, let me turn my ringer thing on. Miss Keys, are you there? See, I mean,
I
she's
can
like
barely hear her.
she's like in a cave in the Eiffel Tower.
I can't hear anything.
Okay, stay with me, Miss Keys.
Stay with us while we play with
So
it.
again, this is the fun stuff. This is how the fun stuff happens. And so,
Okay, so
Again,
Michelle says both. Again, the question is, and we're going to have a Battle of the Sexes question every Monday on
every
our
Monday.
show.
Yeah.
We'll post it in plenty of time on Sunday so we can get feedback. And I'm going to go ahead with mine. I think it's both. I think it depends on the relationship.
Ms. Keys, thank you for your patience.
And I think sometimes the female can be more into the relationship emotionally, sometimes the male. I really think it just depends. And I think it depends on your partner. Some people, while they're invested in a relationship, don't show it emotionally. And some people are emotionally invested
Ms. Keys,
into
I'm going to hand
it.
you over to Chuck.
So I think it can be. I think it's both, and I really think it depends on that particular relationship. And sometimes people bring out the emotion in you.
What's wrong, Chuck?
Oh,
All
Miss
right, Ms.
Keys.
Keys, are you there?
I am here.
Hey! I think it was me.
Whee!
I think I needed to go to the
Yeah,
audio and
sorry.
plug it in.
So like they're gonna have to teach JP and I all the basics on this stuff because Charles looked at his phone and hit one button. Yeah, and then it was good.
Well-
Yay, Deborah Keys, who is an author who has been on our show before.
Yeah.
Who is an expert when it comes to caretaking. Miss Keys, talk about the name of your book and how people can get your book again.
Oh, there you go.
The name of my book is Why Do You Think I Call You Mama? A Journey Through Dementia. And it is available as The World Is on Amazon and at my publisher, redemptionpress.com. And my
Excellent.
Facebook page, I Call You Mama.
Excellent. And we're going to have you back out here to the new studio to talk about that. And I think you're thinking about maybe getting an audiobook done as well, which I think audiobook usage has gone up tremendously during COVID. People aren't in their cars like they used to be, but at home they're looking for other venues to gain knowledge or escape or learn about a topic. And when it comes to caretaking of somebody with dementia, you've got firsthand experience with your mom.
Absolutely. Well, and I think this has been a very interesting time for everyone who has either been forced apart or forced together.
Yes,
during this COVID
very,
thing.
very well said, because there's issues with both.
Absolutely. And
Well-
it is very interesting, I tell you. It's challenging, but you know what? It's doable.
Right. And just pull together and have some faith, and absolutely.
Well, Miss Keys, thank you, dear.
Absolutely.
Thank you for calling in and
my
letting us
pleasure.
test
You're
everything
one
out.
of our first callers on the new show, so we're
So,
excited.
Thank you for your patience.
Congratulations. I
Thank
love
you.
your new gig.
Thank you.
We are
Awesome.
very blessed. We love it out here at Venture X, and we're just super excited and can't wait to have you back on the show to talk about your book again.
I would love it, my darling.
All right.
All right.
Mwah.
Take
Love
care,
you,
Miss
Miss
Keys.
Keys.
Okay. So testing out the system there, good. And then we'll
And
have
she
music.
sounds great.
She does sound great.
And then the cool thing is we can also have people, Charles can send a link out, and then with that link, it'll pull up on the screen your image, as long as you've got a phone on either your computer or your phone,
And I was going to ask Chuck, can we send a link to somebody
and try it out.
and try it out?
Right now,
Sure.
He's like,
maybe.
I mean, why not?
maybe. I love it.
See here.
All right. So in the meantime, do we still want to keep talking? JP, you haven't given
Hold
your
on. Battle of the Sexes.
Oh, but yeah, you haven't
We
given
have-
your opinion on that.
Well, we have a man that's waged down.
Oh, we would love to hear from the
Yes.
male point of view.
So Tad says, there are never-ending factors that contribute to the answer you are seeking. The household they were raised in, morals and ethics taught growing up, social climate they spend a majority of their time in, the person they choose to pattern themselves after. Men, typically between 11 and 15, will pattern themselves after the dominant male figure in their life at the time. Females can also develop in the same manner. However, the age brackets vary from 12 to 15 to 5 to 18, or over the course of time from 12 to 18. This is a time of developing an identity, separating from our parents, and finding individuals we can relate to as friends and acquaintances. There will also have some influence on who we become. Boy, how about that? I grew up seeing both grandparents married until their passing. My mom's parents being the greater influence. They were married 69 years, and I cannot think of a time I did not see my papa kissing my nana, even just to go out and get the mail or go for his walk. See, that's me.
See, I love that. That's
See,
so
that's me.
sweet. I love that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my parents divorced when I was 7 years old, at which time my guidance and instruction primarily came from my mother. So what effect did this have? My papa was my male influence to the best that he could be based on his absence. Due to living in another state, my mother, a nurse, taught me about strong communication, being affectionate, and the importance of parent-child relationships. This would have had great influence on me when I became a father. As a result of my upbringing. Gotcha. And it does. This will be maybe a good backup.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're back.
All right.
Are we
go.
back?
We're back. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Trying to invite somebody
And
into
we're
the
back.
feed. So, Chuck, are we going to have to do that before we get started with the live feed, or we just got to figure this out?
Send them a link before we do our live feeds.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So there we go. So we can try that another day then. Let me and set that up. What do you think, Chuck?
Maybe we'll have to test it out.
Test it out. Okay.
And welcome back to JP, Kathy, and the crew. We had a little bit of an interruption there, but we're back on. We're testing out our ability to bring people physically on the screen with us during our podcast, as well as phone calls. So we're testing those out today. Our official launch is it a week from today?
Yes.
My goodness gracious. So we're very excited. Again, we're broadcasting live from our new studio. Super excited at VentureX here in Frisco. Phenomenal facility. And we're just so excited to be part of the team out here.
Now, did Dr. Good jump back on yet?
I do not know.
There's Courtney again. I love her. Did I tell you that, by the way?
Yes, you did. And you did say what did you say? You're a emotional, what? No, what?
I am a I am a
You said hopeless romantic. Okay.
Yeah, she has to deal with that. By the way.
I don't think too many girls are going to complain about that.
That's a lot. Well, I don't know. It's a lot. That's for sure. Dr. Good. We want to watch for Dr. Good to jump back on.
Okay, and I think because we've got we've got 3 Facebook feeds going, plus YouTube, plus several different things. We'll show you how we're going to have a chat where they all come together, and we'll let Charles educate people about how to get into that chat at another time.
Well, and also we are very friendly for those who are hearing impaired. We have our closed captioning.
Yes, that's right.
Good job, Chuck.
That's automatic with YouTube.
Oh, it is? Oh,
We want
we
to
were trying to
sound-
give you
Chuck.
props.
Charles, I mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Epic fail.
We were trying. Oh, epic fail. That's so old
Epic
school. That's
fail.
so extra.
I love that though.
Okay,
You're not extra.
Those are all.
There's no, I'm not adding fries.
Those are all out of date. Oh, that's not what extra means.
Yeah, well, it does now.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's back to me.
No.
So, Michelle and Gail, if you're wondering what happened when we tried to invite or send a link out to invite somebody, it dropped our feed. So we're going to have to send the links out ahead of time to people when they're going to come in on the show. But what we wanted to show you was that we will actually bring somebody in, like Dr. Dave, for example. We'll bring him in from the hospital.
Yeah, he'll be
And
in his
you'll be able to
scrubs in
see
the
him.
emergency room and talking about COVID or whatever the topic of the day is. So, and we can have people from other parts of the state. We can have people from around the world. I know Dr. Good has teachers that she is in regular communication with, educators all across the country, or I'm sorry, all across the world, from Spain and from different places. So we'll be able to bring people. If you have a show with us, you'll be able to do it. Or if you want to be part of our show, anybody is welcome at this point. And that's what's so cool. And that's kind of this big paradigm shift we're making, which is, okay, now we're not just limited to who can come in studio.
You can go anywhere.
I mean, we're borderless, I guess.
We are borderless.
We're worldwide. Are
Correct.
we worldwide? WWW?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
World Wide Web.
yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
you
I
really-
don't know.
You really went south.
I don't know. I was trying to sound
Come
hip
back.
and like I knew
No,
what I was
come
talking
back.
about, and there
Well,
you go.
just keep liking my butt, and you'll stay hip.
No, and I've got to go back and see
You
what the
said
heck you're
that.
talking
You
about.
said you thought I had an adorable butt. And I
No, I did not
You're
say
sweet.
that. No,
Yeah.
I did not say that.
You did. I heard you.
No.
So, anyways, Battle of the Sexes. Back to the Battle of the Sexes. I think Tad breaks it down nicely. It's based on your influences. I think that, and this is my opinion, and feel free to smack me around, I guess. Hey, Don Blackwell, welcome. The truth of it is that it really is based on how you're brought up and who raises you. With so many broken homes, so much going on with social media.
Especially nowadays. It was different back when you and I were kids. You know, it was like, hey kid, go outside and come back by dinner. You know, and it was a different world. Now, I wonder how this next generation is going to effectively communicate with people, especially with their spouse and with their children, because they've grown up with this.
Well, just imagine, though, from
You know?
2020, 20 years from now,
Holograms.
Well, the people leading our country are going to be kids homeschooled by people that were drinking.
Day drinking.
Yeah, wine and getting drunk. So good luck. Good luck to us. Again, Rondo is not far away. But battle of the back to the battle of the sexes. So here's where I go with this. Again, the question is, if you're just now joining us, the question was, who wants a deeper relationship? Men, A, women, B, men, C, none of the above. And so my response is that the way that boys and girls are being raised and brought up nowadays, there almost seems to be a flip of how it used to be. For example, more men are cooking and taking care of the domestic household than there are women.
Oh, and that's been
per
a
ratio.
Trend. Yes.
From back, I'm talking from back from the 40s, let's say.
Oh, the 50s and 60s.
All the way
that was not heard
2000.
of. Right.
Through 2000. More men are domesticated, and which is not a bad thing, but they're in the kitchen. They're the ones doing the laundry. Doug is pointing himself.
Okay, so you're a part of that generation. Well, think about it, because did you grow up with a 2-person household?
Now remember, we don't have Doug on the camera.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Oh, Doug's gonna have to. We're gonna have to invite him to come on. Well, yeah. Here's the thing. Oh yeah, we've got an extra mic right here. Come on.
Mic and chair, so
because
let's put Doug on here with
what
us.
I'm seeing is people who are my age and a little bit
Love
younger.
love that phasing out stuff you just
and
did,
a
Chuck.
little bit older. Charles, we love all the
Love
camera.
that.
Like, how cool
Again,
is that?
hey, for Charles, if you want to see what he's doing
Yes.
here, I mean, we're on the fly here. Info at pro-multis.com. Info at pro-multis.com. And also, you're going to start seeing some hellacious PR stuff coming out. And that's going to be from
We've got
Frameworks
Corley.
with Corley Randolph.
Yep. So hit
anyways,
Frameworks up, like it on
So
Facebook.
Battle of the Sexes. Doug, go ahead and throw it out there, man.
So my mom and dad are still married to this day.
That's
and
awesome.
so, but dad needs to have cook for him. Right?
Okay.
Mom
Different
has to fix him
generation.
dinner, right?
Different
Dinner.
generation, yep.
I got a brother. But for me, my wife is working, and I'm a little more flexible, so I find myself cooking dinner. I'm cooking quesadillas, or I'm cooking on the grill, and then I make the food and leftovers
do you
for
have
lunch.
Uber Eats available? Because that all sounds good.
My son delivers for DoorDash, as a matter of fact.
There
But
you
anyway,
go.
yeah. So that's my 2 cents on. I love to cook, and we clean jointly. It's not like her job's to clean and my job's to bring in the bread. and butter.
Everybody works. And see, and I think that comes from, Doug and JP, I think that comes from a place where people around my age, a little bit older, a little bit younger, a lot of us had both parents working. And so if both parents worked, then you learned how to, the kids were involved in the chores. I had a dear friend who both his parents worked until 6 o'clock. Well, he got home from school at 4. Guess who was doing the meal prep to get ready for dinner to be cooked, or cooking dinner, or folding laundry?
Well, the kids are a whole nother story, because I was expected to do the chores and didn't argue about it. But we
Didn't
kinda,
argue about
we kind
it,
of
yeah.
pamper our kids now, and I gave my kids yesterday some chores.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I go,
Like, what
I'm
is
working.
this?
Actually, I know it's Sunday, but I'm working, and my wife is relaxing. So you kids, trash, vacuum, steam clean, go.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
exactly. But I think with the men and women, I think that's another way that men, maybe if they aren't super emotional, JP, I think the men who take care of their wives by doing the chores and by doing stuff like that, so the wife doesn't have to. I think that's another way of maybe not emotionally reaching out, but I think that's a way to show your loved one how much you care.
Yeah, I actually do that for that exact reason. She's working her butt off,
There you go.
I'm helping out.
getting verklempt.
Oh,
And so
love
I
it.
try to do what I can to make her
no,
feel
See.
better.
amen. Absolutely, Doug.
And that's
Absolutely,
the right thing to do.
See, and again, and that's going to be a
I
battle
love
of the
that.
sexes question, by the way. Men are crying more. Men are
I
more
can't help it.
emotional.
I'm like, golly, thanks, Dad. You gave me the emotional gene. I'll just sit here and start
Right.
crying. I'm like,
But there's
So-
nothing
so-
to
but more than-
apologize
'cause I do it
about.
all the time.
yeah.
Nothing to apologize
I do it all the
about.
time. I listen to music and I'll start crying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's so it's amazing. But here's where I'm going with all of this, I guess, is that the roles have flipped and have been building up. On television, you see more male chefs than you do female.
Interesting.
Think about it, right? The shows that are about food, more men are the hosts than females.
Interesting.
And it just
I never
is.
really thought about it, but it's true. Chef
It-
Ramsay, you got
You're
even
almost-
the prophet. who was a
Yeah, I
chef,
mean that's
and-
Well-
even like Cake Boss and stuff. Isn't that
That's
a dude?
right. That is a dude.
Yeah. So,
So what was it? Julius Childs was,
then
she
back in the
was
day,
it,
that was it.
right?
That was it.
And the Louisiana cooking guy. Remember the guy with the suspenders? God, what was his name?
Oh,
Ding, 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 ding.
Louisiana Kitchen.
guarantee.
I
Yeah.
guarantee. Yeah. Oh yeah. He
So,
was way good.
so I think that
So
it's
hold on before you.
Yeah.
I got to finish it though.
Yeah.
No more coffee for you.
as I
Alcohol.
reach for it.
Alcohol and a cigar. That'll slow us both down.
Oh,
We'll
not,
mellow out a
not
little
me. The second I start drinking,
Crown Black would be great. Right about
Yeah,
now.
right about now. Right?
the second I start drinking, show tunes come out.
Okay. Well, but I like that too.
Great.
So, but here's my thing. My thing is this: is that I've watched a trend. I've watched a trend with kids when I had them coming through court, and my mother's comment was, "I'm going to make you a super good wife to a woman one day." Because I could do it all. I sew, I iron, I clean, I cook, I decorate, love to shop. And so my mother always said, you're a half a gene away from being a woman. And
But
that's
did
how
you
I
do
built
when
you.
you lived on? Did you live on your own before you got married? So did you have to do these things by yourself?
I did. I did.
And did you do as good a job then as you did?
Oh, gosh, yes. Because I like that nice, tidy
Clean
house.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
Bring
everything
home
had
the
to be
bacon
tidy.
too.
Yeah.
And fried up
Yeah.
in the pan.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Todd, how are you? Fred, how are you? So the bottom line is when I asked that question, in my opinion, because the roles have begun to shift and begun to change, to me it seems like men have become deeper than women. Women have gotten busier. Because not
Well,
only
women have
are-
always been busy.
Well, but let me finish.
Let's clear the record.
No, let me finish. You liked my butt. Now let me finish.
No. No,
So where? Oh, you don't like my butt?
No, I don't
like
know where
your
you
butt.
got.
Said
I
it,
don't know
cute
where
little
you
butt.
got
Just
that
said it.
from.
Yeah, I heard her say it. Wow.
Which
Now it's out.
flip-flopper?
Now it's there forever.
Yeah. So the bottom line is, though, is where I'm going with this is that women have gotten busier. By what do I mean? They've decided they wanted a career, but a lot of men aren't kicking in and helping out like a Doug or myself. So they're coming home and also dealing with the home stuff as well. Not just able to come home, drop the briefcase, walk in, the kids are bathed, ready for bed, dinner's on the table.
Children are seen, not heard. Back in the 50s,
Right.
and the wife greets you with pearls and a
Right.
freshly
A
ironed dress.
cocktail. Let your man have time to read the paper.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that,
So,
that
but-
world doesn't exist anymore.
But that's my
Sometimes
point,
I
though.
wish it did.
Well, but here's the other problem, right? This thing right here.
Oh, well, and I
Everybody's
wonder.
walking through the door on this thing
Well,
right
and
here.
JP, I wonder, and again, that's why I wonder how this next generation, the people who are like, 28, the 25 or 30 years old and below right now, how will their marriages look? They might look very different than those of us who
They
had our
already do.
childhood in the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
They already do. I can tell you about Katerina and Roberts.
Yeah.
And their
that's your
marriage-
daughter.
That's my
Yep.
daughter. Their marriage is very different.
Hi, Katerina. We love you.
We were talking about the other day talking about electronic time and video
Right.
game time, right?
Versus
And
husband and wife time.
Right. And I'm talking to my daughter about it, and she's playing a video game in the bedroom. Robert is next to her in the bedroom playing a video game on a separate console.
Right.
Okay. And I'm like, do you guys ever talk? She goes, well, yeah. I'm like, but you guys are always playing video games or you're at work. And she goes, well, yeah, but we're in the room together. We're hanging out. So basically for this generation, and it seems like
Right.
we eat a meal together, we go to work, we come home, we're on our electronic devices or our game consoles playing,
Right.
we have sex, we go to bed.
What?
Okay.
What is this?
What are
You
we
do-
talking about? This sex thing? Yeah, because they still procreate.
Oh.
It
I was
happens.
gonna say, please tell me this generation will. Yeah,
we
please
go.
tell me this generation will continue on. Well, it's just very different. So, if that's their expectation, it's very different than our generation.
Very much so.
Because if I'm having a conversation with my husband, and especially if it's something like if I'm talking about something new with our new venture, our new JP Kathy and the Crew show, I want full attention. And also in like a business meeting, and this is what's interesting with me, when I've done business with millennials versus people my own age and older. Millennials will still be taking calls
They'll
and
half
text.
listen.
Yeah, but then I'm like, so does that make sense? And then they regurgitate everything I've said, and I'm like, how did you get that? Because you were,
but it's a communication thing. I want to feel heard, so nodding, and when my wife's on her phone and I'm watching it. There was a time
You
when
want
I
the
was
visual.
addicted to the laptop and
Yep.
everything, but recently I'm 51.
Yeah.
So I'd say in the last 4 or 5 years, I've chosen to come home and not. If I'm sitting in the living room,
Yep.
I want to just watch TV and visit. I don't
Yep.
want to do this. Now, when I go upstairs and work, or I come here to Venture X,
Well,
I'm focused.
Then it
and
is what it
working.
is, right?
Right.
Because this is a necessary evil in the business world. It is what it is. But I think there's just been so many changes with the phone. So I think it's going to depend on who you're talking with and who you're in the relationship with. And I think something that we've always had to work on, as partners, boyfriends, girlfriends, significant others, husbands and wives, is what, and this is something you're real big on, JP, and that's what is your love language? What is your communication style? And I think those have to be clearly outlined. Because I'm one of those, now am I going to turn down, a nice piece of jewelry? No, I mean, I wouldn't, but that's not my thing. I want somebody to say something nice to me.
Acts of
and
service.
Yeah, well, no, not even
No.
acts of service. I'm not going to turn down a clean
Open the
house.
door for you,
Well,
or-
I love all that. And that's that's another, as a matter of fact, Doug, you just gave us our next topic for Battle of the Sexes. Or if you're a woman, do you like a man to still open the door, pull out the?
'cause
We
some
got to
do,
do
some
that.
don't.
Or shake your hands.
But
like
my
this,
thing is,
like this.
mine's the
Right.
words. I want somebody to say you're a good person, you're special. I like you because of this.
Reinforcement,
It's that verbal. And my dad says it best. Once I got older and I was like, well, I've got money now. I can buy you a birthday present. What do you want? A kind word and a smile.
So 2 more minutes
And
on
I-
this
and I-
topic, and we're going to shift
Yeah,
topics.
and I tell you what, a kind word and a smile goes a long way.
Now, the reason why the crew got to hear that is because we don't have any commercial breaks built in yet. Normally, there'd be a commercial break, and we would transition.
Yes.
And so I'm letting Kathy know we got 2 minutes on this topic, and we're moving.
And this is where Doug goes. Thank you for letting me be here.
Doug, thanks
well,
for being
thank
here.
you, and he'll be back because he's out here at Venture X. So come on out and meet him.
Yep. So
Thanks, Doug.
just to kind of finish up where I'm coming from. Where I'm coming from is I think that men want a deeper relationship. I think that women are experiencing what men of the 50s and 60s experienced, which was a much busier lifestyle because they're now doing a career lifestyle and a home lifestyle and trying to balance relationship and trying to balance hobbies. Whereas in the 50s and 60s, it was the man having the career, the man having the hobbies, the man having poker night or whatever, then coming home to the kids and wife and needing to make sure he gave quality time there. Whereas the woman was extremely busy being the CEO of the household.
So you think men across the board?
I wouldn't say correct because
I was
there's
going
some
to say
pigs out there.
I was going to say there are a lot of ladies
But-
who are going to say my husband doesn't give me the time of day emotionally.
Right. No, there are a lot of pigs out there. Don't
Well,
get me wrong.
or not even pigs.
No, there are a lot of
yes,
pigs
there
out
are,
there. No, there are a lot of
but
pigs out there.
but not. It's also I think women
One minute.
because we're nurturers and because we're the ones who have the babies. I think we're more in touch with our feelings and emotions. Plus, women will also talk with other women.
Absolutely.
And that's where you have that emotional connection. As a guy, if you start talking with another guy, well, heck, Sid Smith, who's a friend of the show, who's a member of the crew, he said that he was going to pull your man card if you tried to talk to him about lovey-dovey stuff.
Right.
So I think there's a combination out there,
Well, I just think men want a little deeper relationship.
and I know that's you. I know you do.
I do. Boy, do I not.
Hopeless romantic.
They dive deep.
Hashtag hopeless romantic.
They
JP.
dive deep. All right. So, next topic, baseball. Baseball's fired off, right?
Yes.
There are certain teams that I absolutely will not watch play baseball now.
Right. So
It's not gonna happen.
I tell you,
But
and
we'll do the best we
it's
can.
going to be
We
the
may
it's
have to
going
Wednesday.
Okay, it's going to be interesting as far as what we do with sports, which we're both ginormous sports fans, huge. But I tell you what, if everybody's going to take a knee and everybody's going to use this time when we've not had sports for so long to make a political statement, I'm done. I get enough of that in my political life.
Right. Well, here's my thing. My thing is this. I love baseball. Covered the World Series.
Yep.
Unbelievable, right? My epicenter for life. So here's my issue. Again, and I don't care. This has nothing to do with a movement. Why are we taking a knee during the national anthem? I'm not a fan. Somebody posted on Facebook. If you don't understand it, then you're an idiot. No, I'm not an idiot. You see, I go beyond idiocracy. Taking a knee during the national anthem is idiocracy. The national anthem celebrates the men and women that serve in the military and what they do for this country. Here's my issue. When they call your name, center fielder Jose Perez for the Pittsburgh Pirates, why don't you step up to home plate and take a knee? Why are you running out, raising your hand with your glove, looking all proud? Why don't you take a knee?
And so you're saying if you're really all about it, then why don't you do it on the way out to your position?
They just called you out, giving you fame and fortune.
And in the camera and all eyes are on you.
Take a knee. Rather than running
That's
out
interesting.
there,
That's
why
interesting.
aren't you taking a knee then?
Very interesting.
Pitching for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Fernando Valenzuela. Step out of the dugout, take a knee. Cameras are on you. Everybody's paying attention to you. Why the national anthem? Here's my second thing, and I'm going to go off on this. I love this. I will become a forever Oakland A's fan now. Outfielder, Chris Davis and Tony Kemp, they didn't take a knee during the national anthem. You know what they did? And I'm all about this. I'm going to call it the Jesse Owens move. Anybody know what the Jesse Owens move was? Anybody old enough to remember Jesse Owens?
You've talked about it on the show multiple times.
Bam. Fist up in the air. Jesse Owens, when he took the stage during
the
Nazi
Olympics,
Germany, during the World War II, black gloved, up in the air. I'm all about it. I love that. That's solidarity. That says I recognize my veterans. I recognize my country. I recognize, and it's my country. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's kind of like family, right? We've got those family members that are just, they're jerks. We love them, but you ready for this? I'll mess with them, but you better
can't.
not.
And that's what I wish.
better
I
not
wish
mess
we
with
would see that as a country, JP. That's such a good point and such a great analogy. I can. You're right. I can bust chops on a family member, but if somebody outside of my family tries to do that, oh boy, howdy, you don't even want a piece of me then. So that's one of those things that why aren't we protecting our fellow Americans and just putting positive things out there about each other,
Exactly.
lifting each other up.
So
we need it.
Here's the deal. You ready for this? The Oakland Athletics, not a single member kneeled.
Oh, very good. I did not know that.
I will be an Oakland Athletic fan and watch every game.
There
they
you
play.
go.
Los
Send-
Angeles
send
Dodgers.
ball caps to Venture
My
X.
team, LA Dodgers.
Your team.
They didn't. They knelt. They can kiss my butt. Bottom line is this. I agree with sticking that fist up there in protest. Now I recognize that you have respect for your country, but you're not happy with the way things are. You want to see change, so you make a motion to do so. Taking a knee, I don't get it. Don't understand it. All you did was make Kaepernick famous and Nike to sign him to a $100 million contract.
Yeah.
And here's what's funny. Let me finish real quick.
Yeah.
Here's what's funny.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell in the NFL has said, we all now love Kaepernick and we apologize. We're sorry we didn't catch it sooner. And still, Kaepernick signed with anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody know if Kaepernick has signed with anybody?
Well, again, he was
No.
he was a mediocre player at best. He did this as a PR. This was a PR ploy. And again, we've talked about this, and we don't have time to give props to some of the players who have done this. But there are a number of players who have done amazing things with nonprofits that they've brought to fruition themselves, or nonprofits that they are part of, and they're making a difference in the community. They're making sure, Boys and Girls Club, all different kinds of organizations that they're helping out with, or they're starting. NFL still has a huge issue with domestic violence.
Yep.
So there are people who went out there and put their money where their mouth is. Don't be part of the problem. Be part of the solution.
Minute
And
and a half.
doggone it, you know what? Let us be entertained right now, especially with COVID. We need sports to take us away from the everyday thing that you can catch every 2 seconds on the news.
Well,
Kaepernick signed a partnership deal with Disney.
yeah, that's right. I won't be watching Disney
Okay,
anymore.
Darn it, Baby Yoda. Okay,
Yeah, sorry, no more Baby
Mandalorian.
Yoda. Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, Jamie. All right. So, bottom line is that I'm all about what they did in Oakland. Fist up in the air, didn't take a knee, respected their country, respected the people that had defended the freedom of this country. Again,
Well,
you
who
may
have died, giving
Right.
them the freedom to have free speech.
You may not like what you see, but you don't beat each other up. You defend your own country, by golly.
Yeah,
And that's just the way it goes.
And here's the thing: in sports, there is nowhere else, no other country in the world that you can go and have this kind of an
30
option
seconds?
like you have here in America.
We're going to go a few minutes over today. Chuck, let's go a few minutes over
Since
today.
we had a little
Since
snafu in the middle.
We started.
We started a couple minutes late.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
then
fine.
good.
So, because I want to mention Regis Philbin. Let's go ahead and get that in
yes.
today.
As
So
a
let's
matter
go
of
a
fact,
couple
let me pull
minutes.
this.
And that's the beauty of us. We have the ability to do that with this
Yeah,
format.
this
so
is
I
so
love
great.
Just keep going.
So Regis Philbin, legendary television host, dies at 88. His family and friends are forever grateful for the time that they got to spend with him, for his warmth, his legendary sense of humor, his singular ability to make every day into something worth talking about. That's what the family shared with People magazine. A longtime television host died on July 24th. They're deeply saddened that their beloved Regis Philbin passed away last night of natural causes, 1 month shy of his 89th birthday, his family shares. And I tell you what, he was the kind of person where I never met him, never was even never even got to go to one of his shows. And he had a plethora of amazingly talented, successful shows because of his talent. But when I heard he died, I was really sad because I felt like I knew him. He's one of those that you could see him talk, on one of his shows, or even when he was just interacting with guests on like the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and you would leave and you felt like he was your friend. And so he had this uncanny ability to make people feel like they were part of his life, even if they weren't. And I don't think God puts many people like this on this earth. And I'm just, brokenhearted for his family, but it sounds like he passed away with his family surrounding him. He passed peacefully. And just thank you, Regis Philbin, for your gift of graciousness, talent, humility, and the ability to put a smile on everybody's face and make people feel like they were your friend.
Absolutely. All right. I want to thank all of the crew.
Yes.
For Friday's show by itself, we are
you.
now somewhere near a little over 1,200. So very excited about that.
And that's just on Facebook feeds. That
That's
doesn't
correct.
count on all the other
All
platforms.
the other social media and platforms. If you're wondering, hey, on John Edward Payton, I didn't see you comment, JP, until now. Well, I had to flip over. So I was at JP Kathy and the Crew's feed, where a lot of people were commenting, and now I flipped over to John Edward Payton, where some people are at, and I'm up there talking to people now there as well. So, again, that's one of the beauties of having your own show with us. You can use our live Facebook feeds.
Yes.
You can use yours. We can run
Your business, a nonprofit,
three
whatever
different
it
live
is.
feeds at a time, down to then over 40 social media patterns. We're on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 12 to 1. We will run recaps on Tuesday morning at 7 and then again at noon. Wednesday show will be live. Wednesday morning we will run recap as well. So you have your 7 o'clock JP, Kathy, and the Crew fix. Kathy and I will be on there to chat with you and talk with you. And then, again, picking it back up again on Thursday, the same thing. Friday, 12 to 1 live again. And so if you'd like to advertise with
exciting.
us, it is.
Yeah.
You can email us at jpkathyandthecrew3@gmail.com, or you can go on our social media and private message us, like many of you have already had. A great discount for if you sign up right now.
Right, if you're part of the crew and you get on early.
If you sign up right now, Catherine Ann, you like my
Oh,
butt.
now I'm in trouble.
You like my butt.
Well, you just
so
said
you're
Catherine
okay.
Ann.
You were in trouble, but you like my butt, so we're okay.
No, I don't know where you're getting this from.
I just know you do. Oh, so you say you don't? Interesting. Wow. So now you've just hurt my
Oh,
self-esteem.
you're micro and macro aggressive. Somebody get free hot
Absolutely.
chocolate and pizza for JP after the show.
If you look
and
at the
a therapy
screen, you
dog.
can see our Facebook or our email address, jpkathyandthecrew3@gmail.com. So if you sign up for 3 months with us, let's say you want to do your own show. You get one show a week, an hour if you want to do a show every day. Of course, we got to sit down and we got to talk and find out what that's about. But for now, 1 hour a week, you want to do your own show. For a month, it's normally $500. If you sign up for 3 months with us today, it's $250 per month. So
Right.
50% discount. And we're going one step further. And we haven't determined yet how many minutes of advertising.
Right.
But if you advertise with us or have a show with us, and we've got 8 minutes of advertising, we are going to give you 4 minutes. That's 100% your
and
own
you sell
profit.
that your 100% commission your own, so you can get
Yep.
somebody to sponsor your show. Of course, you can utilize, if you're here local, you can utilize the VentureX Studio, which we highly recommend. You can do it from your own place, from your own home if you've got some COVID issues. So we've got all kinds of options. You can do it. We've got somebody who's going to be right outside of Austin, Texas, doing a show about the Constitution. So
Yep.
super excited.
Super excited. So, and then, of course, JP, Kathy, and the crew will keep the other 4 minutes for our cost and expenses. But we're going to give you 4 minutes. You can sell it as 30-second spots, 60-second spots, and that can pay for your show each month. And so sign a 3-month contract with us, give you a 50% discount, $250 a month, give you your own 4 minutes of advertising, and plus we play your recap. So you get a lot of benefits. You get you get 3 live feeds that will then shoot down into 40 plus different social media sites. We are excited. I can tell you that right now. And it's not the coffee; it's the good company.
Even though there is good coffee here.
Well, it is, but it's the good company, and it is the crew.
It
that
is,
makes
and we
it
love
all
the
worth
crew.
it.
And you're the
So,
reason we ventured out
Yeah.
on this new adventure called JP, Kathy, and the Crew, and we're super excited.
For all your consulting needs, get with Charles Gura at info@pro-multis.com. That is info@pro-multis.com. And then for all your PR needs, Frameworks with Corley Randolph. And of course, we'll have all their information on our pages as well. So, and Sue
Have a
Kirk,
blessed day.
thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. Hope everybody else
And
enjoyed
Misty,
the
thank
show
you
as
for
well.
tuning in.
And if you're
Dad.
wondering why isn't this a refined product, we didn't want to show you the refined product yet. The refined product will be August the 3rd.
Okay,
This is
sure.
the behind the scenes.
Maybe.
This is the behind the scenes. We're building it. We're figuring it out. Miss Keys called in and helped us out. We can't thank her enough for calling
Yeah.
you. Doug tried to help us out today
And
as
Doug
well.
came on screen.
And he came on string.
This is part of his
or
gig, so.
string. Tell us what kind of music you'd like to hear us bring in and go out with. We'd love to get your input on that as well. Battle of the Sexes every Monday. Thank you for participating in Battle of the Sexes today. And if you've got to live with me or Kathy,
Yeah, good luck.
Good
Good
luck
luck.
with
We're,
that.
we're just little small increments.
so we will see you
We love the
on
crew.
Wednesday, 12 o'clock.
Have a blessed day.
See y'all later.